Hi guys, it's Newman's Love here. Today I'm going to be doing an air restrictor removable mod on the Elite Alpha Trooper CS12. Today again I have my slightly crazy cameraman, I have to say. And yes, if the camera is shaking, that's him holding it.
I want to go to America.
yeah, the joke's funny, but no. So what you'll have to do first is undo all the screws in your body. There is some hidden ones behind the priming handle. There's here, 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 and here. You'll need to take those out as well. As you can hear, the air restrictor is still in. The ranges it gets is probably about, stock ranges, about 15 above, somewhat above 15 meters. Don't think it quite gets 20, but yeah, maybe 15 at a push, but I don't know. Right, if we pause the video here, then in the next shot we will have all the screws undone and the blaster butterflied open. And now we're back with the blaster butterflied open. The other half of the shell is over there. Make sure you take this out and put it somewhere safe, just in case it pings off, then you can't find the spring. Okay, so first thing you want to do is take out the spring. It's just a standard Elite spring. It's actually pretty tough. Then you'll want to take out your catch, and be careful this spring doesn't fly out, because I've had problems with that before. Now what you want to do is just pull this back, then you can lift out, take your jam door off, and wiggle this out under from here. Takes a bit of fiddling, but you'll get it eventually. And luckily the air restrictor for us is right there, like literally there. Normally on the Elite guns, it would be, 4 prongs, I believe. Like in the Rampage and Retaliator, there'd be 4 little prongs, but on this one it's pretty similar to the, I think, the older style of air restrictor. And rather than having, I don't know if you can see all the way in, can you? Cameraman? Can you see into the dart tooth?
Yeah.
And if you can see into there, there's only 2 prongs coming off the dark tooth rather than 3, which means there is still better airflow. So if you just knock out the air restrictor alone, that's doing pretty well. All you really need to take out the air restrictor is either a screwdriver and like a hammer, but I'm just using my Stanley knife. And wait there 1 second, I'll just go get my little electrical wire cutter things, if I can find them.
Here we have the internals of an Alpha Trooper.
Yeah, and if you didn't see the internals before I took it apart, go back to the other bit of the video previously, and just pause it so you know where everything goes. And yeah, I've already taken out the lock that used to be on here, the big giant lock, and I've sort of like trimmed down that bit so I can open and close the jam door whenever I want to. Okay, so we'll get into removing the actual air restrictor. What I'm going to do first is just cut these 3 little things just here, and then remove what I can from here. Oh, by the way, I have already put Teflon tape under the O-ring, which I did before. I just didn't bother to take out the air restrictor. And just get my flathead. And you can now see the bit of messed up spring, and there's that little back plate thing, and cameraman holding the spring, thank you. And then in here we actually have the air restrictor itself, as you can hear. And yeah, best way to do it is either crack it in half or do something the same, well, similar. So I might just clean up these edges a bit. Oh yes, and if you are under the age of, I don't know, 12 or something, might be advisable to get an adult to supervise you when you're using a hobby knife. Because I do not want to be held responsible for you injuring yourselves. I'll just clean the rest of this one off. That'll do. Now I think we shall start trying to hammer it out. Actually, I believe I'm just going to take out the dart tooth as well, because it's pretty pointless. I'm just going to use my Stanley knife. It's starting to come out. Yeah, but if you just keep mother's shouting at me. And if you just keep doing that, it should eventually come out if you keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. So we'll pause the video here and come back when we have taken out the air restrictor. Right guys, so we're back now with the air restrictor completely removed, as you can see. Straight shot through. Yeah. Well, leaving that one. There you go. And yeah, all the remnants of the air restrictor is just like here, and orange dust everywhere. And yeah, sadly my cameraman has left because he had to go home. So now I guess it's just on to reassembly. So now what you want to do is, if I just get some Orange Modbox silicone grease from my desk. Here it is. Trusty silicone grease. You just unscrew the cap and just put some around here. Just like that. Put plenty on. And I have already put some Teflon tape under the O-ring, so if you want to, you can. And I just slide it back in. And yeah. And I believe it's the little, that tiny little bit. You see there, you can see that little lip goes at the bottom, I believe, to disengage this piece, or engage it, or whatever it does. My camera is kind of balanced now in a quite precarious position, and I'm not going to be doing anything to the actual plunger seal because it's pretty good. Well, maybe not as good as some of the other Elite guns, but still okay. Still pretty decent. But yeah, all you want to do now is just kind of, as I showed you when I was trying to get it out, you just sort of like need to fiddle around with it and get it back in, like a bit of a puzzle. But once you get it into the flat bit, all you just need to do is just keep wiggling it until it gets to there. There we go. There we have that. Just put it all the way forward, and this should move about. Sorry. You should be able to move it about, and as you can see, just here, it does this. It just moves that catch. Ooh. But yeah, if I just put my, there we go. Sorry if it's at a bad angle, but I can't really do much. Now what you want to do is you want to put your, well, if you've taken out your jam doll, you want to put that in, or if you want to, you can just leave it out. Make sure it slides pretty freely. The next thing is you want to put back in your catch. Make sure that this bit is facing that way, so it goes in like that, so like that way. Try and wiggle it in one-handed. You might want to put the spring side in first and then maneuver the bottom piece into place. There you go, moves nice and freely. Now you want to put your attachment tooth or accessory tooth back into place, and then your mainspring, which my cameraman has put somewhere, but I don't know. Well, we'll get back to that. But in the next section, I will have put the blaster back together and we'll do a firing test. Right guys, so this is just another little segment before I move to the firing video. I noticed that this air restrictor was quite a lot like the old long shot air restrictor, because you've got sort of like the base of it here, and then you've got sort of like the little stalk bit, and then you've got the two prongs like here, and then you've got this tiny little base plate bit, which is kind of a bit like this. And I thought that was kind of cool how Nerf have been going to the slightly older. But yeah, I think this is the more free-flowing style of air restrictor, because it's got more space. The air's got more space to sort of like flow through, and I think that's pretty cool. So they are trying to increase the ranges, but decrease the chances of damaging your blaster from dry firing. So I mean, good on them really. But yeah, I'll finish screwing my blaster back together and I will go outside and do a firing test. Alright guys, so now we're outside doing our shooting test, and my lovely cat sitting just there. Oh, isn't she adorable? Anyway, I have a 12 round Talator mag just here, so let's get on. I will do 6 shots, well I'll do all 12 shots flat, I'll do 6 single fire, which I just did, and now 6 slam fire. And we are out. And this thing sounds absolutely crazy dry firing, and I'll only do it this once. It is tremendous. Let's estimate the ranges. About one of my feet doing that is about a meter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's about 12 meters. I have no idea. It looks a lot more, so I'm probably just going to say it's about, well, maybe from there, where I was standing on the patio, to the end of my garden is about 20 metres. So I'd say this is about, well, that fence there is probably about 20 metres, so I'll say the further starts land here. We have a nice grouping of 3, which all went about, what would I say that was? 20 minus about, well, it's 17 metres. A significant improvement. And then we've got a couple more further back, and even more. And I noticed a good thing is they stayed relatively close together, so like in a line. So rather than being sort of like one there, one over there, one there, one there, one there, they're all sort of like here. There's sort of like one there, and there, one there, one there, one there. But yeah, and my amazing log that I've liked to sit on, because we've just chopped down our giant tree. And yeah, the ranges are significantly better than what they were, which is good. So I would recommend this mod, but if you like to dry fire your blaster, I probably wouldn't recommend it, because this is so powerful that it will probably crack the plunger head, like what happened to my Rampage, and I just had to sort of like glue it back together with some special modeling glue which like melts the plastic or whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching my, well, I think is it my first mod tutorial? But yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you on my next video. Bye.